Standard 10, Subject English, Poem 2.4, The Pulley. This is written by George Herbert, who was a Welsh poet who was born on 3rd April 1593 in England. He was a priest by profession. This poem exhibits a strange relation between God and his worshippers. God gives us so many precious gifts to his devotees, but at the same time, God also expects something from us in return. What does he expect? Why does he withhold it? This poem Pulley shows that God lifts man towards himself. As you know, it's a metaphysical poem. The word pulley shows it's a machine which is used to pull the heavy objects. So in other instance, by using the word pulley, it's explained clearly over here that he is the pulley of restlessness, and he's conveying a message in a secular scientific image with a religious notion in his mind. Notion is an idea in his mind. So let's see what he expects from us. I'll just read first stanza and then explain it accordingly. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessings standing by, let us pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches which dispersed lie. So this particular lines, they say that the poet, at the time when God first created man, he had a glass of blessings standing by. He thought that he would be generous and shower on the man all the gifts possible. God intended that all the treasures of the earth will be scattered and to be collected in small space. And that's what is a man. Man can make use of all the requirements in his day-to-day life. So even he says that this pulley, it works only when it is pulled by someone's hands, and he keeps that man discontented despite his abundance of riches and graces, drawn towards God. But still he wants man to go from the lower position to the higher position, as though he has been lifted up. The second stanza says, contract into span, so strength first made a way. Then beauty flowed, then wisdom, honor, pleasure. When almost all was out, God made a stay, perceiving that alone of all his treasures, rest in the bottom lay. So here you know that our life is full of struggles, but still God has given us lot of strength. We are unconquerable. We have to be unstoppable, doing our duty consistently. We have got beauty, wisdom, honor, pleasure. It's all bestowed by God to us. But God stops for a while. He says, he has given all treasures to us, but one gift remains from his side, and that is rest. No one can rest unless until you work, because your body needs to work so that you gain respect, dignity, trust, confidence, which is so important in our life. Our next line says, For if I should say he, bestow this jewel also on my creature, he would adore my gifts instead of me and rest in nature, not the God of nature. So both should losers be. So here he says, God said to himself that he bestowed these precious, valuable gifts to this man, and who would love and worship me in return. So he has created all these things which should be related to the nature. But still, God feels finally that God and man are losers. Maybe what God expects, we are not doing it. And what we do it, may God doesn't like it. We always say, man proposes, God disposes. So I feel this would be a right suitable sentence according to us. I go for the next lines. The last one. Yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with ripening restlessness. Let him be rich and weary, that at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. Here the last lines say that let man return all the gifts. Together with them, he left the man restless because we are greedy, we are selfish. At times, we are mean minded also. So, he has continuously left us with anxiousness, dissatisfaction, as though the man should be rich with abundance of gifts, but he should always remain tired and restless. God reasoned that only then, at last, if the quality of goodness did not lead man back to God, that means tiredness is must. When you work, you become tired. When you are tired, you sleep. But you can gain respect. That is what God tells us in these lines. And then you can win God's blessings, which is a glass of blessings according to Him. So, this is what He wants to explain us, that life is not as easy as we feel it. It's only that life is as simple as we see it, but still we make it very complicated by comparing and criticizing each other. Thank you.